The queue snaked around the grounds of Wimbledon, a mass of fans pressing against the barriers, notebooks and tennis balls thrust eagerly into the air. The crowd anticipated a former champion or a British favorite. Instead, the figure who emerged, surrounded by two men struggling to clear a path, was a 21-year-old from the Philippines, Alexandra Eala. In a nation of 117 million people, without the tennis infrastructure of Europe or the United States, Eala has become the highest-ranked Filipino player in history. She has defeated defending champions, broken barriers, and united a deeply divided nation. Her 2026 Wimbledon run saw her upset Iga Swiatek on center court, the same player she had stunned at the Miami Open just over a year prior. Yet her run ended in the fourth round against Jasmine Paolini, exposing a fundamental weakness that tennis legends have been quick to point out. This is the question hanging over women's tennis. Can Alex Eala really win a Grand Slam? Is she the next great champion, or a flash in the pan, a giant killer who cannot sustain the level required to triumph over 7 matches? This documentary explores the blueprint, the obstacles, and the unwavering belief that surrounds this Filipino phenomenon. The story of Alex Eala is not merely a sports narrative, it is a national epic. When she defeated Iga Swiatek at Wimbledon, the president of the Philippines, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., heaped lavish praise upon her. A senator hailed her as an influential unifier of a deeply divided nation. The Philippines has not had a sporting superstar to rally behind since the legendary Manny Pacquiao, and with a diaspora of approximately 10 million, Eala feels the weight of home support wherever she travels. This adoration stems from the sheer improbability of her success. The Philippines lacks the infrastructure that traditional tennis nations take for granted. Eala honed her craft on painted-over basketball courts in Quezon City, unable to step back too far for fear of hitting a basketball hoop. At just 13 years old, she moved to Spain to attend the Rafael Nadal Academy on a scholarship, a pivotal moment that shaped her career. Her breakthrough year arrived in 2025. Entering the Miami Open as a wild card, ranked 130th in the world, Eala tore through the draw. She defeated Yelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and the then world number 2, Iga Swiatek, before falling to Jessica Pegula in a 3-set semifinal. This run was the catalyst. Later that year, she won her first WTA 125 title in Guadalajara and became the first Filipino to win a main draw match at a Grand Slam at the US Open. By the end of 2025, she had broken into the top 50 and recorded a 40-26 win-loss record. The 2026 season has seen her continue her ascent. After struggling on clay, she found her form on grass, winning the Birmingham WTA 125 title and reaching the semifinals in Berlin. This preparation led to her historic Wimbledon run, which catapulted her to a career-high ranking of world number 28. But while the nation celebrated, experts saw a player whose technical deficiencies were being masked by her fighting spirit. To understand if Eala can win a major, one must first understand what the sport's greatest minds see as her primary obstacle. The consensus is alarming in its uniformity. Martina Navratilova, an 18-time Grand Slam singles champion, was blunt in her assessment. Her serve. It's too much of a puffball. Swiatek didn't handle it well, but Paolini did. She was attacking the second serve. But even the first serve was like 80-85. She can hit it 105, but she doesn't. This assessment is not a minor critique. It is an indictment of a fundamental aspect of the modern professional game. Navratilova further noted that Eala is not utilizing her left-handedness to its full potential, a significant tactical oversight. Only a third of her serves are slices to the backhand, particularly in the ad court. She is not using her leftiness to her advantage nearly as much as she can, Navratilova observed. Greg Rusedski, a former world number 4, echoed the sentiment, suggesting Eala needs to relax her wrist position and improve her toss to generate more power and accuracy. The technical data from her Wimbledon loss to Paolini is illuminating. Paolini managed to land around 68% of her first serves, while Eala only landed approximately 50%. On grass, that disparity is fatal. While Eala won a high percentage of points when she landed her first serve, Her second serve was attacked relentlessly, allowing Paolini to dictate play. Ruzetsky believes this is fixable, stating that the power and accuracy will come in time. However, the question remains whether this will be a perpetual vulnerability against the top players who will not give her time to correct it in the heat of a slam match. It is not just the serve. Her record against lower-ranked opponents is a stark contrast to her record against the elite. While she boasts a 7-4 record against top 10 opponents, her record against the top 50 drops significantly. This duality suggests a player who rises to the occasion but has yet to find the consistency to dominate the field week in and week out. Despite the technical flaws, there is an indomitable spirit that has drawn comparisons to one of the greatest competitors in tennis history. Greg Ruzetsky commented, "She's like Rafael Nadal? She's a fierce competitor." This comparison is not just about grit, it's about the environment she has developed in. Eala has trained at the Rafa Nadal Academy since 2018 and was given the rare opportunity to train with the 22-time Grand Slam champion himself. Describing the experience as a dream come true, Eala noted that Nadal gave her advice, specifically providing tips on her forehand and offering a few other small advice. Training with Nadal provided a mental blueprint. His relentless pursuit of improvement, his one point at a time mentality, and his technical adjustments are now part of Eala's toolkit. Her Wimbledon run, where she defeated a defending champion on center court, showcased this mental fortitude. The run against Paolini, however, revealed a new challenge. After the win against Swiatek, Eala was no longer the underdog surprise. She was the known entity. Paolini had a file on her, having lost to her in Dubai earlier in the year, and used that knowledge to exploit the weaknesses in her game. The match was not a collapse but a match where one player's adjustments outpaced the others, as detailed by one tactical breakdown. The mental shift required now is not just about belief but about real-time tactical adjustment. The blueprint from Wimbledon is not a trophy, it is a document of where she is being beaten, specifically on serve percentage, forehand risk-taking, and pattern flexibility. Her next tests, the hard-court swing leading to the US Open, are perfect proving grounds. The surface suits her aggressive baseline game better than grass, allowing for predictable bounce for her early timing, firmer footing for aggressive forehand positioning. If she can adapt her serve to the hard courts and implement the lessons from her Wimbledon defeat, the US Open presents a genuine opportunity. The question remains, can she win a Grand Slam, and if so, when? The trajectory is promising, but the margin for error is slim. Her rise in the rankings has been meteoric, but the path to a title is blocked by a generation of powerful, consistent players. As of July 2026, she is just a few points away from breaking into the top 25, with deep runs in the North American hard court swing potentially vaulting her even higher. The data is paradoxical. She is a giant killer, but struggles against consistency. She has the mental fortitude to beat Swiatek but lacked the technical armor to hold off Paolini. As one analysis put it, Eala's star power outweighs her career achievements. She has only 2 WTA 125 titles to her name, equivalent to challenger-level tournaments. However, champions like Martina Navratilova, who won her first Wimbledon at 21, and Caroline Wozniacki, who broke through at 27, show that there is no single path to glory. The specifics of her improvement are clear. The serve must transition from a puffball to a weapon. She must use her left-handedness to slice and create angles. Her forehand, which is a pattern generator on hard courts, needs to be consistent enough to punish opponents without becoming a liability. These are not impossible tasks. They are technical refinements that her team at the Rafa Nadal Academy, including mentors like Rafa Nadal, is uniquely qualified to help with. Eala herself has the mentality required to make the leap. She stated that 2025 was the best year of my sporting life, and her determination is evident. The capacity to be the influential unifier of a deeply divided nation is not just a political statement, it is a testament to the pressure she handles daily. The US Open, the final major of the year, offers the stage. Her team, her training, and her leftiness give her a weapons package that, if fully armed, could indeed claim a Grand Slam trophy. For now, however, the journey continues, one technical adjustment at a time.